could you? The sausage roll has gone absolutely everywhere. I'm telling you, I'm just trying to... hang on a second. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have an extraordinary story unfolding here in front of our very eyes. You join us outside HMP Blackstock, a place where we believe that 3 inmates have taken on the task of running the prison themselves. The stay-at-home message did not apply to prison staff, but those who actually run this joint are taking no risks. It's truly extraordinary. I've been journalist Jon, and we'll keep you updated as we can on this current revelation.
What on earth are you doing to rid this problem at Blackstock? This is damaging our ability to run the country. We're losing confidence, and God knows what's going on inside that petulant prison. Have you contacted the military?
Sir, I'm not sure sending in the army will bring back public confidence. We cannot simply use troops to regain our prison. We will look like aggressors invading an innocent bunch of shoplifters.
Innocent? Those toe rags are not innocent. Remember who the enemy was before COVID. If it isn't COVID destroying our economy, it's those reprobates sponging off the state and overusing legal aid fees. We need this sorted. We need it sorted now.
Calm down, Prime Minister. Calm down. I have already put an ad on social media for new staff. Before we know it, we will recruit hundreds of school leavers to run the prison. We've done this before.
Yes, but let's face it, we've never had an invisible killer ripping through our streets. This is bonkers. I'm trying to run the country and restore faith in the British people. And all I'm hearing is the fear that Blackstock will soon be empty and our streets will have more problems. Ugh, gotta be kidding.
We are experiencing turbulent times. Our world is under threat. We are, however, acutely aware that many of you will be anxious with the changes occurring in HMP Blackstock. We would like to address the nation and inform them of some fundamental changes that are planned under this new management. We hope that our transparency will ease public anxiety and help us to build a trustworthy relationship with our community.
What on earth is happening? Get this cretin off the air! If we haven't lost the public's confidence already, we have now. We're risking everything here. It's taken us years to feed the public the image that prisoners are scum and feeble-minded. This press conference goes totally against that.
Our first and critical announcement is that the gates at HMP Blackstock will remain closed until COVID-19 is no longer in circulation. Protecting our residents' health is vital, but allowing them to continue with their rehabilitation is paramount to a successful reintegration. With their rehabilitation in mind, as of today, all residents who engage in purposeful activity will receive a national minimum wage. Slavery is abolished from this day onwards.
I beg your pardon. I hope they don't think they'll be using the taxpayers' money to fund this. We already have 80% of the population being pampered on the furlough scheme. Never mind funding these animals.
This announcement will no doubt come as a shock to many law-abiding citizens whom are struggling, but we can assure you that it is a sacrifice worth taking. Increased productivity will improve skills and experience, which in turn will reduce reoffending. You, my friends, will not have to worry about the residents returning to your communities. We hope that this conference has been useful for those with doubts on how Blackstock is being run. We have good intentions and will endeavour to reform our characters. I must, however, finish off on a word of caution. It has been noticed that a resident under our care has flouted the rules and escaped from Blackstock. He is heading for the County Durham area and he also has ties to the Barnard Castle area. Do not approach this individual. We will keep you informed.
As you can see behind me, I'm standing outside HMP Blackstock. If the story unfolding in front of us wasn't quite crazy enough, we're going to see more inmates released today. Now I wonder who the lucky devil is going to be next. Wait, the gates. They're opening. And would you just look at that? Excuse me, sir. Could I have a quick word with you before you go out and loot the streets and smash in some shop windows? I'm sorry. That was the wrong reel. What's happening here?
Well, the managers have decided to take the term preparation for release by its literal meaning. So I've been assembling this from scratch in the motor mechanics workshop. We repair cars, get them road safe, and we keep them for release.
Now that is a bit of kit. What, do you fancy your chances at the Nürburgring? We've also been hearing that you lot are getting the national minimum wage. Go on then, show us the dosh, flash the wonga.
I've managed to save £5,000. This will go on a deposit for a flat. Right, I'm going to shoot on now. I have a missus to return to.
And one last question. Who can we expect out next?
My guess is that all those detained unlawfully on the indeterminate public protection sentences and those on joint enterprise laws, the injustices, are being dealt with first.
Thank you so much. Now there you have it. You heard it here first. The calm before the storm. We're not moving an inch. Surely we're due a riot. And frankly, I'm excited. I've been journalist Jon, live at HMP Blackstock.
What disaster story are we going to hear now? Either COVID's riddled the prison or they have killed one another. Whatever the outcome is, I'm still in favour of military intervention.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to HMP Blackstock's daily briefing. Before we address the changes we have made here, we would like to update you on the worrying story we left you with yesterday. As we highlighted, one of the residents sadly took off from Blackstock, but we are glad to announce that this individual has been located and returned to Blackstock. Following his 14 days isolation period, this individual will address his community. As a result of his 200-mile trip, we believe that this individual was acting reasonably and responsibly, and that all residents would act in similar fashion if the opportunity arose. However, it has come to light that this individual enjoyed a second trip, and this will not be tolerated.
As repugnant as this story is, I am interested to find out the punishment. If that was one of mine, I would
like to finish by sharing a change in the regime here at Blackstock. We are delighted to announce the transformation of a residential unit into a university campus. The physical environment is under reconstruction. Non-Wi-Fi laptops are being installed and shared accommodation is on its way. Prison, by its very nature, holds residents with a wealth of talent and knowledge, and we intend to take full advantage of this. Residents will learn academic subjects from their peers, and they will be encouraged to cook for one another and have weekly assignments set. That concludes today's briefing.
Today is a special day. The time has come when we can celebrate. We have a vaccine. I would like to thank my ministers for leading this campaign against such a dangerous enemy. I would like to extend my thanks to the scientific advisors for their guidance. But more importantly, I would like to thank you, the British people, for showing such resolve during difficult and uncertain times. This has been a national effort, and together we have prevented millions more fatalities. You should truly remain proud of yourselves, and when the next generation looks back in history, they will truly view their loved ones as heroes. Yes, I said it. Heroes. Thank you. Right, now let's address the elephant in the office. What on earth are we going to do about Blackstock?
It is worth noting, Prime Minister, that those who have been released from Blackstock, well, not one of them have returned to prison, not one of them have reoffended, and they seem to be doing just fine.
The authorities have been watching them closely. They must have done something. A burglary or a theft? What about their rent? Are they up to date?
You would think so, wouldn't you? Well, these lot are not only staying out, but they're on the ladder now, and they've got well-paid jobs. The rumour is we might be sharing our house with one of these ex-lags sooner than we think. John Pike, ex-Blackstock lag, is running for Blackpool North, and the polls suggest he is favourite.
And there's no backlash?
It's quite the opposite, Prime Minister. The journalists have been distracted with COVID, so without their demonisation of criminals, public opinion has changed. And with the saga in Blackstock, people are proving quite forgiving towards those with convictions.
I knew times were changing, but I never thought I'd witness a lover-con era. I've heard enough, Martin. Pass me the phone. John, I need a favour. Locate me the last 12 offenders released from Blackstock. Appoint each offender a governor's position in a southern prison. Just do it. I'll be in contact soon. Oh, and John, make sure we give them all a suit.